if ever there's been a review of a product that's been well tested, this is it. My partner and I have literally been living in this tent for the past 6 months, and it is with great reluctance that today we take it down for the very last time. So, what do we have? It's the Blackwolf Mojave SG4. It's a 4-man tent, can sleep 6 at a push. We got it from Anaconda, just over $300. It's got 2 rooms. It's got a sleeping area in the back and a living area in the front. The sleeping area measures around about 2 meters high, and the living area measures about 1.75 meters. It's 5 meters long, 2.5 meters wide. It is an enormous tent. So, this is the living area. We have 2 side entrances, 2 front windows, and a front entrance. We pretty much only use the 2 side entrances because, and this is really the only bad thing about the tent, the front entrance, the way it's designed, it's kind of like a scoop. So as you open the zips, the fly comes straight in, and this is really a problem when it's wet because water just comes straight into the front of the tent. So we've only used the side entrances. I actually can't remember a single time we've used the front entrance. Nice and spacious, you can open up the entire area for good airflow. We've got a nice skylight in the top to let in more light. So, sleeping area. Absolutely enormous, as you see. I can stand up completely. We have 2 big windows on each side, ground level vents for ventilation, and it's a lot of little details that you at first don't recognise how important they are. This shelf up here, really useful. We've got pockets on each side, again really useful, and a little zip to let in your electric cable if you ever have electric cable. So now for the cons. There are only a few. Considering how long we've had the tent, I'd pretty much expect all of these things to happen. I'm not surprised by any of them, nor am I disappointed, but I've got to let you know what they are. In my opinion, the biggest design flaw is the design of this front bit here. It acts like a scoop in wind, and what happens is as the wind comes forward, it gets sucked into here, acts kind of like a parachute. It can really affect the integrity of the tent when it's just getting bombarded by wind and it's just sucking it in. We've had 2 pole failures, which again is to be expected, especially considering how big the tent is and how much weight it's got to deal with. There are 5 poles in total. We have 1, 2, they're the front poles, and then we have 2 that cross over in the main area, and then 1 at the back. Now we've had 1 of the main poles crack, which I repaired with duct tape, and again 1 of these poles here cracked, and again repaired it with duct tape. All credit to Blackwolf customer service though. I contacted one of their agents and emailed them, sent them a copy of the receipt, and they were only too happy to help. They sent me a replacement pole kit in the post, completely free of charge. So massive respect to Blackwolf customer service for that. We've actually had 2 zip failures as well. Again, it's not really surprising considering we must have opened the zips literally thousands of times, but this zip here on the side is basically completely useless now. It keeps coming away, as you can see. Renders the tent completely useless. I'm doing this for the last time because we're about to pack it away. We've had to use the other side entrance over there, but that one has started to come apart as well. I've tried repairing them, but other than completely replacing the zipper or taking it to a seamstress, that's it, shot. So something to be aware of if you're going to be using this tent regularly is the zips can fail, despite the fact they are pretty heavy duty. In between the living area and the sleeping area, the ground sheets come away. It's actually 2 separate ground sheets stitched together, and obviously when there's a lot of tension on the tent, that can affect it. Very easily fixed with a needle and a thread, but we knew we were getting rid of the tent, so we didn't bother. So in summary, I'm not disappointed at any of the issues that we've experienced with this tent. They're completely what I would expect, especially considering we have been living in this tent now for about 6 months. Now for the pros. So this tent is an absolute fortress against weather. It survived gusts of around about 70 kilometers an hour. It's also survived water that's come up to our ankles. You know, it's been a bit wet inside, but can't really complain. Torrential downpours that just run off it, and the blisteringly hot Tasmanian sun, which, as you can see, has bleached the colour. This used to be brown, these bits used to be orange, but it's all faded now. Absolutely outstanding performance in all kinds of weather conditions. Another thing that's really impressed me is the attention to detail. Just tiny little things. For example, the zip compartments, like these, that hold the guy ropes. Even the little pullers on the zips have these little handles to make things a bit easier. You have a very strong plastic sheet on all of the areas of the tents that could be a problem with water pooling, so the water just runs off it and won't drip through like you may get when water pools on canvas. Down here we have boot socks, so you can store your boots in after a muddy day walking. You don't have to tramp them in the tent, but as well, you don't have to leave them outside. Obviously, being in Australia, you don't want nasties crawling in overnight. Little welcome mat, step on. So yeah, the attention to detail is absolutely fantastic. A big one for many people is the price. We got this for $300 from Anaconda. I do believe it was on special. I do believe normally it retails at $430. For $300, this is an absolutely outstanding price. If you look at the competitors, we have a friend who bought one by Spinifex, which was a similar price, and it doesn't even compare, not even close. The pole structure just wasn't as good. It didn't keep the fly tight on the tent. There weren't as many guy ropes and they weren't as well placed. The little bits, the attention to detail, they just didn't compare to Blackwolf. So for the price, it's a really, really good tent. Now you may be asking, why get rid of it? Well, this is what happened a few weeks ago. Because I'm an idiot, I put the tent up under a gum tree, and I believe a possum, because I always blame the possums, bit off a branch and it just came straight through the tent. So it's a shame, because it is a really lovely, big, spacious tent. It's completely bomb-proof. You know, we've been in it for 6 months. It's starting to get a bit worn out, but I can't really say anything bad about it. I can't recommend it enough. 2 thumbs up.